Don't try to play me. I'm not Nintendo, boo.
Girl, I play Xbox.
And that's a wrap. Thank you all for being on the show. Brandy for drinking all the wine, Meta for having no clue what you were doing, Ari for proving that beauty is not just skin deep, James for being the cocky, self-assured younger generation we all know and needed, and Omarosa for making attempts to give us all the juicy details about the president, despite the fact that nobody asked for it after like episode 2.
So Omarosa, I've got to ask while I have you right here.
Oh my God.
What is crazier? The Big Brother house or the White House?
Yes, that's the question. Give it to us. I can honestly say the White House.
I'll drink to that.
Celebrity Big Brother Season 1 is in the books. And boy did time fly. Almost like a whisper in the wind, the season just sorta came and went, and now I'm left to wonder what in the world I just watched in that finale, all while asking myself, is Big Brother as a show better or worse because of this season? Ladies and gents, my name is Peridiam, and in this video I'll be reviewing the first season of Big Brother Celebrity Edition. Was it good? Was it bad? Or maybe somewhere in between? Unlike in Survivor, where I review and discuss the pre and post merge, with Big Brother I'll be going over the pros, the cons, and ultimately my overall thoughts on the season as a whole, so buckle up, it's gonna be a wild ride. But first, here's a clip of Omarosa talking about the White House.
Nobody monitor what he tweets?
No, not if you're in your, he's up in his underwear or something at 4 in the morning. Who's gonna monitor that? Remember, the bad tweets happen between 4 and 6 in the morning. Ain't nobody up there for Melania.
Look, I got a quota to fill. As some of you know, I'm a huge fan of Big Brother, have seen every season, most of them more than once, and I love to talk about the show as a whole, even though it's definitely a bit of a guilty pleasure. I say all this because going into Celebrity BB, I had the lowest of expectations, perhaps for any season of Big Brother ever. My hype level was pretty much non-existent. I didn't follow the preseason info drip, I didn't pay attention to the house or the cast reveal, and I wondered if I was even going to check out the live feeds or even watch the season altogether. I was gonna watch it. All of this is to say, I was expecting something awful, especially coming off of BB19, but instead, we got something pretty dang amazing. And I don't even think it's because of the context in which this season happened, given the past few seasons of BB have been less than stellar, but more just because the cast of players delivered in just about every way.
Meta considers both James and Chuck his friends. It's anyone's guess what he's about to do.
Would you be my Valentine? Maya, would you be my Valentine? Love you, baby.
Hi.
I vote Chuck.
Thank you, Meta.
I really liked Celebrity Big Brother from start to finish. It wasn't perfect, but for once I don't actually blame just about any of its issues with production. Seriously, production, if you could see me right now, I'm giving you a massive thumbs up. Your track record with the twist has been, shall we say, but this season, you guys did so much by almost doing so little, and it was great. One of my biggest issues with Big Brother is that the show loves to get in its own way with twists and game-breaking formats and returning players out the wazoo, which often waters down what otherwise could have been a really fun organic moment or week or even season as a whole. Most twists in Big Brother, they just don't work, and I think I speak for a lot of fans when I say a back-to-basics season would be so lovely. The tricky part here is relying on the cast to keep the viewers invested, and if the cast isn't doing it on their own, perhaps a twist or two may liven things up. You know, shake the proverbial hamster ball a bit.
We have to force a random draw to give us the best chance possible for that HOH recast. Ladies, let's get in formation.
I want to open my gift bag.
I want to open my gift bag.
I want to open my gift bag.
Okay, I want to open the gift bag.
At the nomination ceremony, I want to open my gift bag.
The propane tank in the outside, it's been leaking, so I want to make sure someone checks it today. Thank you.
But with the case of this season, the cast came with two powerful attributes that enabled them to give us a spectacle of a show. The first is that they already knew how to be in front of the camera, how to deliver.
Model, pose, pose. Click, click, click.
A lot of them didn't feel contrived in the diary room, even if they were, because they understood how to express themselves to an audience. Mind you, not all of them totally did, but even when they didn't know how, they still had a lot of subtle humor sprinkled throughout. I think if anything, this season is a case for a smaller cast being in the show. And number two, because this cast already had money and fame and a gaggle of rabid Twitter followers, they weren't invested in growing their brand. Instead, they came to play. They came to win. Between Omarosa to James to Brandy to Ross to even Meta, the guy who didn't even know how to vote correctly, each of them brought something to the show. A casting director's dream. And that's the most important part of any reality season. It's the cast. A good cast will trump all.
Should we be worried? Don't say that. Because we are worried, but I need you to say no, it's going to be okay.
No, it's gonna not be okay. It's not.
Damn it, Omarosa, just because I said Trump doesn't mean... Anyway, that said, it wasn't all peaches and cream. Because it was a short season, we only had 13 episodes after all. This meant you really wanted to make every episode count, which I actually love. I think 30 plus episodes is just so much. Probably too much, really, and condensing it down to a nice, watchable, digestible 13 episodes makes it way more consumable. As has been said, it's an expedited season, so you either come to play or you're gone. And even if a player won HOH and began this awful reign of terror, it was always short-lived due to the format being so quick. The problem with this season, as I was going to say, came in two forms. The first is exactly what you think it is. While the cast was amazing, it also had a case of being too good to be true. Two of the live Monday evictions that had so much going for them each week were complete duds at the 11th hour when both Keisha and Meta asked to quit the game. Essentially, all of the gameplay for the entire week was worthless. The story had one terrible conclusion after the other because some of the players didn't really understand what they were getting themselves into.
I miss my wifey so much. Oh. I'm like a little boy, but I don't care. I don't care, because I go hard. I love my wifey.
Big Brother, as comfortable and as cozy as it may seem, is not for the faint of heart. Both Keisha and Meta learned this quickly and even went so far as to have Meta push the panic button to self-evict. The pacing of the narrative was consistently thrown off because some of the cast just weren't ready. I get why, but it's still a weakness of the season, no two ways about it. The other problem is the Final Four format. Essentially, Big Brother intended this season to play out like any other. There's a Final 3 HOH, but they signed a last-minute cast member into the show, which meant the schedule was all thrown off. Really, I think they should have just let Meta or Keisha quit to get back on track. Because of this bigger cast than they were expecting, they had the worst format of any BB finale ever, when there was no Final Four veto, no Final 3 at all, just skipping straight from 4 to 2. It gave Marissa, the winner of that HOH, way too much power. And likewise, nobody in the cast knew about this until the 11th hour, which meant nobody could prepare for it. Similar to HHH's fire-making twist at the Final Four, this format is even worse. No, it's the worst format ever, no question. And because of it, I just want to say I think Mark McGrath was robbed of beating Ross in the end. Sorry, Mark.
So this house is a mess, okay? I've been to college before. Yes, I actually graduated. And it gets nasty. Your mom ain't here. No one's gonna pick up after you.
So gross. God, people are pigs.
I might just clean my way all the way to $250,000, and then we'll see who's really clean then.
And speaking of Ross, I was somewhat shocked he lost. I will say this jury was totally up in the air, even at the very end. I was unsure who they were going to vote for, but I could kind of tell that they were going to have a more of an old school, honesty and integrity based kind of mentality. It kind of felt like a house full of gamers who didn't really carry the same mindset of gamers once they were evicted, for better or worse.
And I just want to say, I'm sorry about the lying, but hello, it's Big Brother. You have to, if you're going to come in the house, you gotta play this game.
Jury votes are always subjective. I'm happy for Marissa, just not sure if her win is going to discourage this cringy, quote-unquote, good people narrative. Overall, I liked the season. I thought it came out of the gates guns a-blazing, had some really fun, funny, exciting moments of gameplay, tension, humor, drama, pretty much everything you could ask for in a BB season. Production let the players play, despite some of them not actually wanting to play, and that's a major blessing in disguise. And overall, I leave this season feeling good about another season down the line, and hoping it can somehow influence BB20 for the better. This wasn't a perfect season, but that's okay. Considering it was quick, it was expedited, and what Big Brother has been the past few years, girl, it's been a day. I'll take this. I give it 8.5 Brandy nip slips out of 10.
Thanks, Brandy.
Of course, kitty cat. Or did you hear the tone in that? That was a little bitchy.
Yeah, you're
My nipple?
exposed.
Oh.
Brandy, you keep falling out. Literally, just everywhere. We've all seen it.
And those are my thoughts. That's my review of Celebrity Big Brother Season 1. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me or disagree? What did you think of Celebrity Big Brother overall? Let me know down in the comment section. Feel free to subscribe for all the Survivor and Big Brother goodness. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, my name is Peridiam saying thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next White House press briefing.
I was on a show called The Apprentice. 15 years ago, so you would have been like 2.
Who was the person you were apprenticing for?
Donald Trump.
Wow. Yeah. I'm sure that'll come up at some point. I will not be the first to ask.